And I want to welcome to the program Air Force veteran and Republican nominee for the Congress in Pennsylvania 18, Luke Negron. I want to make sure I say your name right. Luke Negron. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you so much, Matt. It is awesome to be here.
So you're a young man, sir. First of all, thank you for your service. Certainly appreciate that on Red Friday. But you're a young man. You're in politics. Why go into politics?
Yeah, you know what? I think we need young leaders on the right. The left has their young radicals who are influencing the nation and the world in a very negative sense. They've got Greta Thunberg. They've got AOC. They've got Ilhan. The left knows about the value of good marketing and of getting young, relevant leadership in there. However, they're terrible anti-American leaders. So I looked at that and I said, where are the young leaders on the right? How can we rectify this situation? That's why I'm here. I believe that's a very American thing to do. Most of our founders, including some people throughout history like Theodore Roosevelt, Alexander Hamilton, all started at ages much younger than myself. I believe we need young professional leadership now more than ever. You saw this with Madison Cawthorn at the speech. I thought he gave an amazing presentation at the RNC. I'm here to join him in this movement.
Yes, Luke, it is nice that we are seeing more young people, especially in the convention. We saw more young people on the Republican side than we did on the Democrat side. Now, Trump spoke about Pennsylvania last night with regard to jobs. I want to play that for you now, and then I want to ask you a question about it. Here it is.
Awesome.
We have spent the last 4 years reversing the damage Joe Biden inflicted over the last 47 years. Biden's record is a shameful roll call of the most catastrophic betrayals and blunders in our lifetime. He has spent his entire career on the wrong side of history. Biden voted for the NAFTA disaster, the single worst trade deal ever enacted. He supported China's entry into the World Trade Organization, one of the greatest economic disasters of all time. After those Biden calamities, the United States lost 1 in 4 manufacturing jobs. We laid off workers in Michigan, Ohio, New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, and many other states. They didn't want to hear Biden's hollow words of empathy. They wanted their jobs back.
Now, Luke, you're in western Pennsylvania. That is a big manufacturing area, lots of steel in the area that you're in that has been lost. What do you think? It seems like your area is a Democratic area, though, because when we look at your current representative, he's a Democrat. So what do you think voters are going to do this time around in that area?
That's right. Look, I mean, Biden has lost PA. He just doesn't know it yet. And I believe that my opponent has lost Western PA as well. And this is largely because my opponent and Joe Biden similarly both say, period, end of discussion. They want to end shale and fracking. Well, I have news for them. Energy dependence depends largely on shale and fracking, and specifically Western PA economies and some of our great unions who produce parts for energy production depend on shale and fracking. So this is a region that has actually been trending red for the last several decades. We see that it's dropped down from a D+36 region to now D+13, well within striking range. And these Democrats who are centrist working class individuals, they are being cut out and pushed out of the party by the radicals who are moving to Marxist communism. These are things that our local JFK Democrats, which really make up the Pittsburgh area, they cannot support. And they have been coming out in droves to support me when I've been out door knocking at events, talking to them, and to support Donald Trump. So I think that this is going to be an amazing time in PA and in the nation.
Luke, we've got just a couple minutes left, so I want you to tell us what your platform is and what you're going to do for Western Pennsylvania.
All right, you got it. So, I mean, we hit on one thing, which is defending energy jobs. The energy jobs are crucial to Western PA. On top of that, I am a huge supporter of congressional term limits. That means that members of the U.S. House and members of the U.S. Senate should not be allowed to be around as career elitists, as my opponent is, for decades on end. I think that's a problem. That's never what America was meant to be. I am extremely pro-Second Amendment, pro-life, and those are things that I will never apologize for. These are things that Western PA finds a lot of its identity in. So those are just some of the topics that come to mind for me. The last one I'll hit is drug sentencing reform. So we see that a lot of nonviolent drug criminals here in Western PA go to prison as opposed to reform school. Reform school is cheaper on the taxpayer dollar. It has a higher likelihood of returning people to society as productive members. I think these are all things that Donald Trump has helped with the First Step Act, and these are things that we can help along here in Western Pennsylvania.
Fantastic, Luke Negron. Tell everybody where they can find you and how they can help you, real quick.
Yeah, please reach out, negron2020.com, negron2020.com. You can check out my policies there. You can check out my social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all linked at negron2020.com.
Luke Negron, former veteran, thank you so much for your service, sir, running nominee for Pennsylvania 18.